My name is Srivani Manikarao, working as a math teacher in government school. I wanted to share my knowledge in this YouTube platform as some students have difficulty in learning maths. Generally, students get feared due to the pressure from parents as well as teachers and headmasters. You also get stressed due to the examination. I will teach mathematics in a simpler way. I think my classes will be beneficial mainly for the government school children. Government school children could not afford tuition classes, so this may help them. Please get started with real numbers. Students, before talking about the real numbers, the different types of number systems which we have learnt in earlier classes starts with natural numbers. Natural numbers denoted by the letter N. Starts with the 1, 2 counting numbers. Natural numbers nothing but called counting numbers. So it can count from 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. Infinity, this infinity means what? There is no end. The numbers will continue. So that's why it's called infinity. So now 0 will add these natural numbers. What do you get? So whole numbers denoted by the letter W. 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. 0 will add these set of natural numbers. What will you get? Whole numbers. Whole numbers denoted by the letter W. W is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. So third one is integers. Integers denoted by the letter Z. Z is equals to, here we have known negative numbers, minus 12, minus 100. Negative numbers means loss. Loss denoted by the symbol minus. Loss will denoted by the symbol minus. Okay, minus 100 means minus 100 rupees loss. So negative numbers will add to whole numbers. It's called integers. So minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, comma 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3 up to infinity. So here in left side of the 0, negative number, these are called negative number. Right side of the 0 is called positive numbers. 0 is called neither negative nor positive. It's a neutral number. These are negative numbers. These are positive. 0 is called neutral number, neither negative nor positive. So here fourth one, rational numbers. Rational numbers denoted by the letter Q. The numbers which can be written in the form of P by Q is called rational numbers or fraction form. P by Q form is nothing but fraction form. So P by Q, where P comma Q are integers. The Q condition is, what is the condition of Q? Q is not equals to 0. It's called rational numbers. Rational numbers are in the form of P by Q. So what are P comma Q? P comma Q are integers. Condition of Q is not equals to 0. These numbers are called rational numbers. Students, these integers Z and rational numbers Q, these two letters stand for German words Zahlen and quotient. Yes, here terminating decimal means 25 by 5. Divide by 5. 5 ones are 5 5s are. So 5 is terminating. Divide 1 by 3. What will happen? Put the decimal point and 0. 3 3s, how many times it was? 3 3s are 9. The remainder is 1 again. Here decimal is there. Again put 0. 3 3s are 10. 3 3s are 9. Division continue. No end. So here how can we write 0.3333? Nothing but 3 is repeating, recurring. Here 3 is recurring or repeating. So we can write 0.3 bar. Here non-terminating and recurring. Non-terminating and recurring. Non-terminating, recurring. The division will continues. No, there is no end. So that's why it's called 3 is repeating, recurring. So 0.3 we can write 0.333, so on 0.3 bar. This is non-terminating and recurring decimal. This is also called rational numbers. Come to irrational numbers. Irrational numbers denoted by the letter Q dash. Here, what are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are non-terminating and non-recurring decimal numbers are called irrational numbers. Non-terminating and non-recurring. For example, 22 by 7. Here, divide 22 by 7. 7 3s are 21. Here, got remainder 1. Again, here put the decimal and 0. 7 ones are 7. Here 3. Again 0. 7 4s are 28. 2 is the remainder 0. 7 2s are 14. Here 6 remainder 0. 7 8s are 8 times. It was 8 times. 7 8s are 56. Here 4. 7 5s are 35. Here non-terminating and non-recurring. So this division will continue like this without repetition. That's why it is called non-terminating and non-recurring decimal number. That's why it's called as irrational number. Some more examples of irrational number. Root 2, root 3, root 5, so on. So students, see here, natural number is subset to whole numbers. Whole numbers are subset to integers. Integers subset to rational numbers. So the Venn diagram here, natural numbers n. N is subset to whole numbers w. W is subset to z. Z is integers. Integers is subset to rational numbers. What are real numbers? Here irrational numbers, write separately. These are all sets, including all sets called real numbers denoted by the letter R. Clear? N, natural numbers subset to whole numbers. Whole numbers subset to integers. Integers subset to rational numbers. Here then separately irrational numbers. So both rational and irrational numbers called real numbers. Clear? Students, now we call the prime numbers. What are prime numbers? A prime number, a number having only two factors. A number having only two factors. Only two factors. That is 1 and number itself. Number itself. Only two factors. Number having only two factors, 1 and itself, called prime numbers. Take some examples of prime numbers. Prime number starts with 2. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. So here divisible by 1 and itself, number itself, 1 and 2. Here also factors of 3 is equals to 1. 1 3s are 3 and 3 1s are 3. Only having two factors. Here also 1 and 5. 1 5s are 5, 5 1s are 5. Here 1 comma 7. Here 1 comma 11. So having only two factors. These numbers having only two factors. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. So 1 divisible by 1, 2 is divisible by 1 and itself, 3 also divisible by 1 and itself. So numbers are also divisible by 1 and number itself, called prime numbers. So composite numbers. What are composite numbers? Yes, a number having more than two factors called composite numbers. But our prime numbers, a number only having two factors. Here more than two factors called composite number. More than two factors called composite numbers. So take an example. Suppose 4. 4 is a composite number. Why? Because 4 factors of 4 is equals to 1 divisible by 1 and 2, 4 also. How many factors are there? 3 factors. More than 2 factors. 1 4s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 4 1s are 4. So having here 4 is having 3 factors. That's why it's called composite number. Take one more example. 15. 15 factors are 15, 1, 3 5s are, 5 3s are, 15 1s are. So having how many factors? 4 factors. That's why it is called composite numbers. More than 2 factors called composite numbers. Clear? Students, now come to the Euclid's division lemma. Euclid was a great mathematician and he is often called as the father of geometry. Here lemma is a proven statement used for proving another statement. Here 36 divided by 5. How will you do? You know 36, how many times it goes? 5 7s are 35. What is the remainder? 1. Here 5 is called divisor. Here 36 called dividend. 7 is called quotient. 1 is called, one is called remainder. A number which you want to divide is called divisor. A number you are going to divide is called dividend. Here answer which you get after doing division is called quotient. This is the remainder. Clear? Now I will represent this division in the form of equation. So dividend then is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Dividend is equals to divisor. This is called division algorithm. So dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So here divisor, here dividend. Dividend is equals to divisor into quotient. 5 sevens are 35 plus remainder. 35 plus 1, 36. Got it? One more example. 10 divided by 2. So here, how many times it goes? So 2 5s are 10. 2 5s are 10. Left out the remainder 0. So, how can we write this in the form? 10 is equals to, dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Remainder got left out the remainder, here 0. Clear? Come to the Euclid's division lemma. In general form, if a comma b are two positive integers, there exists q comma r. These positive integers, here q comma r, these are whole numbers. Integers, whole number satisfied in condition or a is equals to b into q plus r. With condition r is r less than divisor, r is greater than or equals to 0. This can be written in the form 0 less than or equals to r less than b. This is the condition of r. So a is equals to b into q plus r. What is a in this? The dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. What is the condition of r here? R is less than the divisor. R is less than, here see, r, what is r? 1 is less than the divisor. Divisor means here 5. 1 is less than 5. Here also 0. 0 is less than the divisor. 0 is less than the b. Here a is called dividend. Dividend. B is called divisor. B is called divisor. Q is called quotient. And R is remainder. See, a comma b two positive integers, there exists q comma r are whole number satisfying a is equals to b into q plus r. R is satisfying r is less than b and r is greater than or equals to 0. Here we can write in the form 0 is less than or equals to r is less than b. R is less than the divisor and r is equals to 0 and greater than also 0. Here is the, it is called, though you know this condition, though you know this all division process, but you are not aware that this is called Euclid division lemma, isn't it? Now come to the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic? Every composite number can be expressed in the form of prime factors. Here, every composite number can be expressed as product of prime numbers. Product of prime numbers. A composite number, let's take x. Product of prime numbers. So, P1, P2, P3. These are prime numbers. Expressed as product of prime numbers. See, take one example, 36. The factors of 36. Here 6 6 are 36. Here 2 18s are 36. Write in two ways. Here 6 6 are 36, 2 18s are 36. How can we write product of primes? Here is the prime number. So let us here 2 9s are 18. See, this is also prime number. Now take this 3 3s. How can we write 2 into 2 into 3 into 3? Here 2 3s are. Here also 2 3s are 6. Right, in this way. What are the numbers? How can we write 2 into 3 into 2 into 3? The prime numbers are 2 comma 3 here, and here also you got 2 comma 3. See here, the order of the prime factors changed, but the prime factors are unique. See here, order of the prime factor here 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3. Here 2 comma 3 comma 2 comma 3. But prime factors are unique. 2 and 3 here, 2 and 3 here also. Understood? See here, prime factors are unique, but the order of prime factor might be changed. That's it. One more example. 70. How can we write 7 tens are 70? Here 35, 2 35, 35 are 70. Here 5 sevens are. Here 2 5s are. What are the prime numbers here? 7 comma 2 comma 5. Here 2 comma 5 comma 7. Here prime factors are unique. 2 5 7. Here also 2 5 7. But order changed. This order changed. First 7, then 2, then 5. Here first 2, then 5, then 7. The order might be changed. Students, see, one more method is there to find out the HCF. That is prime factorization method. You have known in earlier classes. So see one more example of prime factorization method. Prime factorization method to find out the HCF. So find the HCF of 18 comma 24. See here, first write 18, first number right here. How can we write? How can we do division with prime numbers? So 2 9s are 18, 2 3 3s are 9. So how can we write? 2 into 3 into 3. See here, now next 24. Take the number next 24. 24 2 12s are, 2 6s are, 2 3s are. How can we write? 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Here 2 one time is there, 3 2 times. How can we write? 2 power 1 into 3 power 3 square. Here how many 2's are there in this? 2 power 2 cube into 3 power 1. In this common 2 and 3. Which is the lowest power? 2 power 1. Which is the lowest power of 3? 3 here and here. Both are having 3 common and 2 common. How can we write 2 lowest power of 3? We can take lowest power of 2 and lowest power of 3. So 2 3 is 6. 6 is our HCF. Okay. Division method. Let us check the division method. 18 comma 24. See 18. 18 one time it goes. What is the remainder? 6. Take 18. 6 3 is 18. So what the remainder? 0. 6 is our HCF. Here also 6 is HCF. Both methods got same answer. It should be same. Whatever method we do, the answer will be. Find out the LCM of these numbers, these two numbers. What is the LCM of these two numbers? Prime factorization method. 18. You know 18. How can we write? 2 into 3 into 3. 2 3s are 6. 6 3s are 18. 24. How can we write? 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. How can we write? 2 power 1? 3 square. Here 2 cube into 3 power 1. Here we have to take greatest power of these prime numbers. Greatest power of in these 2 power 1, 2 power 2 cube. Greatest, what is the greatest power of 2? Here 2 cube is there. Write 2 cube into what is the greatest power of 3. Here 3 square is there, 3 power 1, 3 is there. Which is the greatest power? 3 square. 2 cube means 8, 3 square means 9, 8 9s are 72. So LCM is 72. LCM is 72. LCM of 18, 24 is 72. Clear? Friends, LCM is nothing but the product of the greatest each prime factor of the number prime factors. Is Euclid's division algorithm. Our algorithm is the sequence of steps involved to solve the problems. Is Euclid's division algorithm. A is equals to we have known A is equals to BQ plus R. For any two positive integers A comma B, there exist two unique integers Q comma R such that B is equals to A is equals to B into Q plus R. Satisfying? A is equals to B into Q plus R. Condition of R is 0 less than or equals to R less than B. Always less than B. Greater than or equals to 0. R value is. So now here, see here 900 given two positive integers 900 comma 270. Which is the bigger one? Bigger number is 900. 900 is greater than 270. So that you have to take as A, 900. A is here, A is equals to 900, B is equals to 270. The equation is, division algorithm is BQ plus R. Substitute these values in this equation, that's all. Here, A, what is A? In this 900 is A. B, what is B? 270. Here we can do division. 900 by 270. How many times it goes? 270 3s are 3 7 are 21, 3 2s are 6 plus 2 8. So 3 times it goes 8 10. What is the remainder? 90. Here we have to write here divisor into quotient. What is the Q value is here? Got the Q value 3. Plus remainder, what is the remainder? 90. Here from right, observe the right side. Here right side, what is the A value in this? Bigger one is A value. That you have to write here. 270. So A value is equals to 270. Then remainder always, let the remainder as B. 90. So 270. A is equals to B. What is B value? 90. Division, divide by 90. 270 divided by 90. How many times it goes? 9 3s are 27. So 90 into 3, 27. The remainder, got the remainder 0. So 90 3 times. A is equals to B into Q. Q value is 3 plus remainder 0. When you get the remainder, so stop this division process, and what is the divisor? Divisor is called HCF. Divisor is called HCF. Here HCF is 90. So HCF of 900 and 270 is equals to 90. Clear? Second one, find the HCF of 196 and 38,220. How do you do? In this, which is the greatest number, bigger one? So that you have to take A is equals to 38,220 and B is equals to 196. Here, by applying by applying Euclid's division lemma. What is Euclid's division lemma? A is equals to B into Q plus R. What is A in this? 38,220 is equals to what is B? 196. How many times it goes? See here, the 38 to 20, take 196. How many times it goes here? How many times it goes? 196. One time. 196. What is the remainder? 6. Here 8. Here 1. Take one more. 2. Bring down 2 here. How many times it goes? Let us check. 196. 9 6 P4 5 9 9 81 86 8 9 1 9 plus 8 17. So we have to take 17 64. What is the remainder? Here 8, here 9. Take one more number. 0. How many times it goes? Let us check. 196 into 5. 5 6 are 30. 5 9 are 45. 45, 48. 4. 5 1 are 5 plus 4. 9. Got it? 9 exactly. Here only one step we have. A is equals to B into Q. What is Q? Here Q. Q is equals to 195. Got the remainder with 0. Let's stop this division process, and which is the HCF? 196 is the HCF. Clear? Only got one step. Now come to third one. 1651, 2032. Take which one is A? In this bigger number, we have to assume that A is equals to 2032 and B is equals to 1651. By applying Euclid's division algorithm. What is the Euclid's division algorithm? A is equals to B into Q plus R. In this, what is A? 2032, B 1651 into, here check this, 2032, 1651. How many times it goes? Only one time. 1651. What is the remainder? This 8. Here 9 minus 6, 3. So left out with remainder 381. What is the quotient? 1 time. Plus remainder is this R, this Q. What is Q? 1. Plus remainder 381. Second step. What is A in this right side? Observe the right side. A is equals to 1651, B is equals to 381. By applying Euclid division lemma, 1651 is equals to 381. How many times it goes? 1651. I think 3 5s are. Let us check 308. Let us check 4 times. 4 ones are 4, 4 8s are 32, 3, 4 3s are 12 plus 3, 15. So here 4 times it goes. 15 got what is the remainder? 7 here, here 2, here 1. So 381 4 times and got the remainder 127. Now by applying Euclid division lemma, what is A in this? In this 381, A, B is equals to 127. Let us check. 381 is equals to 127. How many times it goes? I think 3 times. Okay. 127 3 times 3, 7s are 21. 3 2s are 6. 3 1s are 3. So exactly was the 3 times. 381 got the remainder 0. So 127 into 3 times and remainder 0. Now stop this process, division process. Which is the HCF? The HCF are 2032, 1651 is equals to 127. HCF is 127. Got it? Prime factors. Students, now the time for worksheet. Here I am giving you worksheet. You can solve them. I hope you like this video. Students, I upload each and every sum from all exercises and all chapters. You please do subscribe my channel as well as click the bell icon also. Whenever I upload the videos, you will get the notifications also. See you next class.